Hello everyone and welcome to another meeting of the Mad Hares. We are continuing our discussion of Death at Bishop's Keep. I am joined by Concert Cruiser,
Great to be back still.
Grumpy Cobalt,
Hello.
and Rusty Helm.
Hey y'all.
Thank you to our lurkers both in call and in our recording uploads. We are continuing our discussion. We are starting at chapter, what was it, 19? Going through chapter 27? Or chapter 27. Who would like to start off? Oh wait, it's chapter 20, my apologies.
Chapter 20.
Charles is finally and officially smitten by by Kate.
Oh, it's so cute.
He's starting
It's
to
like
notice her.
it's like the very first page of chapter 20 goes with the Charles could not think of her without smiling. Remember the sight of her in the doorway of Sir Archibald's field tent, nearly garbed in what the dress reform called rational attire. It's like he's going like all about what she wore, and he's also very big into practical attire, same as Catherine or Kate.
It's like he likes her practicality, and it's rubbing. And
Yeah.
she's worming her way into his affections. Let's just say by being herself, which is the best way to get along with other people. Okay.
Thought it was funny how he was critiquing like how I remember I know what a corset is. I'm trying to remember what the other thing that he was referring to.
Oh, the bustle.
Oh, the bustle.
Yeah.
It's basically kind of like a wad, like the back of a skirt, just kind of almost. This is simplified, wadded up and kind of tucked underneath, like kind of like the bum area around the of the dress, making this, at least in this style, a big voluminous amount of fabric to make the tush look bigger.
One second.
Intentionally.
I'm getting images.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
quite impractical. Let's put it that way.
it's a undergarment that is to simulate a particular silhouette that is very popular. I'm just going to be posting a book club like I normally do. That is not what I wanted.
So it intentionally makes the butt look bigger.
Yes.
Pretty much. Well, like because it makes the butt look bigger, because usually you wear a corset on with it. So
Mm-hmm.
with your corset already making your waist as small as possible, making your butt and and maybe with some bustles your hips bigger, it makes your waist look even smaller. That
But like,
illusion.
and like, there's like different types of bustles too.
Right.
Like there's smaller ones, there's larger ones. One I keep on seeing that's actually kind of a funny one. It was called a lobster tail bustle because it looked like a lobster tail. But there's also like a lot of people when they think of like old timey fashion, they think, oh, the corset was so restrictive because it uh made their waist look tiny. The thing with um Victorian and Edwardian fashion, the trick was padding in the right situations. Like they were not above padding their bust as well to get
Yeah.
that extreme hourglass figure that was very popular in that time period. It's like,
My first thought immediately for the bustle immediately went to Cinderella and the stepsisters.
Pretty much.
yeah, that is that. Yeah, yeah, that that was probably not the right time period, but that was definitely a bustle.
Oh Lord.
Just another instance of very unusual and honestly not very much liked, but it was popular somehow, women's fashion.
I mean that trend tends to pop up everywhere throughout fashion. Like it's not practical, and to the normal eye it doesn't look appealing, but it has its trends. Yep.
Yep.
Yep, that's it.
That they definitely had bustles going on. I don't think that was the correct for the time period. I might be wrong,
Oh yes,
But
very much not to Charles's taste.
yeah, and I can agree with Charles. That is just like a lot, and I can understand Kate's desire to be practical in her outfits, and hence the scandal of a split skirt.
The horror.
The horror, the scandal. But we have Charles going back to doing the police's job for them.
Pretty much.
Like the cop is actively refusing to call in Scotland Yard because apparently he was like, we called them in a few years ago. They did absolutely nothing.
I think I think the main thing with the police is that the what rank is he again? Chief, constable,
Constable, I believe.
yeah, I think the main thing with the constable is that he's just dejected and just given up on
It's
everything police.
like I can understand his frustration when he has like they don't even give him like basic funding for like new technology and stuff. But then again, this was before a lot of investigation and police work were done by uh, technology more so. It's more like going around and you basically you are dependent on either someone seeing what happened and testifying or someone admitting what happened.
Well, keep in mind, he even the constable even admitted that he had to buy his own tea and biscuits, which in British society is like water.
Mm-hmm.
So so the basic necessities just to keep yourself warm, he had to pay for. So I can understand his
Frustration.
disgruntled, yeah, his frustrations with the perks of the job.
Yeah,
Quote quote.
yeah. Which I even, which apparently back then it's like the reputation for the British police force was still in the gutter, so was also in the gutter because apparently British police back in the day wasn't that great either.
Yeah, it's like this chapter's opening quote. The reputation of Scotland Yard was unfortunately sullied by corruption during the later 1800s. One day, the superintendent met a stranger who resembled a former yard office official. "Were you not on our staff?" he inquired, to which the stranger replied, "No, thank God, I have never sunk that low."
Uh,
Let's say. But yes, Charles is again doing the police's job, and he is able to figure out uh, that the gentleman obviously came in from London, so he went to the train station to inquire. Hey, do you know this guy? Do you know this guy? Do you know this guy? And they end up going up and finding out his name. And lo and behold, Kate is also there because she had a similar thought, and she ends up tagging along with Charles to go and find where basically he had rented I think it was called a chase, which was basically a small buggy that the gentleman had rented, and that Charles had seen that was made the tracks near the crime scene.
Hmm.
But when they are able to actually find the uh, chase, because it had a broken wheel, and because it had a broken wheel, and no one and everyone just like, okay, this is broken, we need to get this fixed. They were just able to catch it before it was while they're in the process of fixing the wheel, and they were able to find the lame horse, and so they were able to get the actual carriage, and they were able to inspect it. However, it was not before it was uh, cleaned. Thankfully, not thoroughly though.
yeah, because what was still found after the cleaning was a broken feather and a fingerprint.
Yes. I think Charles was more excited about the fingerprint, but if it wasn't Kate being there, he would have missed the feather entirely.
Yeah. Which I found funny that Kay was like, excuse me, I was the one that found it.
And he's like, "Oh
It's like
yeah, yeah, you're right, you're right."
it's like I will not be subject to this Watson treatment, sir. I will not be
Yes,
I will not be your sidekick. It's like you will show me some respect, damn it.
yes. It's like she was like basically, excuse me. And Charles, being the actual gentleman he is just like, yeah, you're right. Okay. Thank you for finding the feather. Moving on.
I like Charles. He's such a nerd.
I like him too.
He's like an
Some-
over enthusiastic nerd. He like finds his
Mhm.
thing and he's just like tunnel vision.
It's like he's one of those nerds that once he
Like a
finds
regular
something
nerd.
that yeah, it's like when he finds that thing that really tickles his fancy, is like he goes all in and just loses himself into it, and anybody that knows him is just like just let him have his moment.
Mm-hmm.
But something I did find interesting was that when he brought the info back about the feather, it's like he did remind himself mentally that Kate found it, but he didn't express it verbally. And I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember why he excluded her from the report. Although I'm kind of thinking that Kate would probably prefer that because she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want too much attention drawn on herself.
Oh, when he was talking with the inspector later on?
Inspector, yeah,
Yeah. It's like, I think it was basically he didn't want to involve someone else in the ordeal.
yeah,
It's like he didn't want to, like, he didn't want to, like, I think he was worried, like, if multiple people poking around, the police would get even more antsy than just how they are with him. And he didn't want that put on basically a outsider to the community. Because, again, Kate is an American. The local cops don't know her. And she showed up like 2 days before this guy is murdered.
very true.
It's like, I want to say this might be like his attempt at not getting her in trouble.
And again, it's like if she if she had a say in it, she probably would have preferred it that way.
Probably, yeah. Especially seeing
Well,
fact
especially if,
she's
go ahead.
especially seeing fact she's trying to keep things on the down low and she doesn't want it getting back to her aunt that she's still skulking around.
Yeah, that's what I was about to bring up. Yeah.
But yeah, it was like in like chapter 22 where the investigators just like straight up, it's like, I would love to have all this newfangled technology, but we don't have the funds, and frankly, to get a conviction, I need a confession. Like, this is great and all, not what I need. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like
Ooh.
I do feel for the constable. It's like I do understand like the frustration on trying to do your job, but your uh higher ups won't give you the means to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a feeling of I am working for people who are less competent than me, and it causes nothing but frustration.
Yep.
Okay, chapter 23. We are at the meeting of the Golden Dawn. Who would like to start?
Basically, Kate and her aunt both, so they go to this meeting of the Golden Dawn, and I think Kate is kind of struck how ordinary it is. It's just, there is a new character. Um, Hang on. It's a Mrs. Farnsworth who owns the building, basically the house that the meeting is at, and she's very outgoing in terms of decorations and whatnot. She's a retired actress and whatnot, so very good at controlling her emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, that's really, everyone else is very ordinary, very plain, which kind of struck Kate as kind of like, she was expecting more characters, so to speak, to be
Mm-hmm.
attending
It's,
a meeting such as this, where potentially seances and whatnot were going to happen. And
it's
Yeah.
like
so,
with it's like with the keep how she was expecting a castle. It's like with this, it's like she was probably expecting everybody in robes chanting some unknown language.
Yeah. It's like she's getting like these ideas of everything, and then she's just getting like everything she's expecting to be fantastical and interesting. They're just kind of meh, and then she's hanging out with Charles, and she's like, "Oh, this is a whole lot more interesting." Because she's getting more ideas for her book following Charles around than she is with her aunt, except for like maybe the generalized secret society, which is not all that hard to come up with herself.
Entertainment cheese has a delivery for you. Essentially, is what's going on here. I go back into my hole now.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. But like it was also kind of like a couple other people were a little bit disappointed. Like she ends up talking with um Sherlock Holmes's author,
Arthur
Doyle.
Conan
Doyle.
Doyle
Yeah, she ends up talking to Doyle
and Oscar Wilde.
and Oscar Wilde. I'm trying to remember who Oscar Wilde is.
I'm not completely familiar with his works.
I do find it funny that Kate is basically in this story like Doyle's I wouldn't say inspiration, but giving him the way to bring Sherlock Holmes back.
Oh, Oscar Wilde wrote
That
The Picture of Dorian Gray.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I tried to read that book. It was hard to get through.
It sounds like a hard book to get through. I found it kind of funny that you're just like, well, he could do this, or he could do this, or he could do this, for how to bring Sherlock Holmes back to life and or back from the quote unquote dead, while also basically pointing out the fans are going to riot.
And it's like everybody around Doyle is like, "Oh, that is a brilliant idea," and Doyle's like, "Just let him stay dead, damn it."
It's like, I don't want to write Sherlock Holmes anymore. He's annoying to me now. I want to write other things. But the fans, they do not agree.
They demand
Like that.
more.
The fans demand Sherlock Holmes. The fans demand it. And what the fans demand, the fans will get.
And then they will complain because it's not what they wanted, or that it wasn't up to their satisfaction. Fans are never satisfied.
No. Of course, this was a time.
What you cut out there?
Sorry,
I'm sorry, my husband is being silly.
Oh, well, tell him, how dare he?
I did. I squirted water at him. It's like same reaction for him and the cat.
no wonder Prim likes them.
She's found a kindred spirit.
Misery loves company.
Mm. But yes. But she was also,
I do.
Dole was one of the people who were disappointed because apparently this night's meeting was not really woo woo spiritualist. It's more like just a very fancy and excuse for a soiree, because basically it's just hanging out and snacks.
Yeah, Doyle was having his hopes set upon having his hopes set upon a séance or something.
Yeah, because Doyle was like a guy who wanted to like study that more, and so that was the whole reason why he was there. So he was just like very disgruntled and grumbly. Do we want to discuss Mrs. Fansworth and this particular gentleman who seemed to be conspiring something?
I'll let y'all discuss that. I can't say anything.
Okay. I'm going to say something right now.
I did.
It's like, go ahead, Rusty.
I did find it. I was from what I was gathering, it was like they were discussing about some sort of papers toward the end, and he was saying, "Oh, I left those in the history section." I was like, "The history section that Kate is going to be going through," and she's like, "Well, as long as nobody goes through with a fine-tooth comb." Is like, you mean like Charles could go through?
Well, I'm
It's like
thinking
I'm
Kate's
sorry.
going to
Go
be
ahead.
like, I know what I'm doing later.
But yeah, essentially.
Mm-hmm. It's like I am a little bit more of the there's someone who's like making a fuss, and this Mr. What was his name? Uh, Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe
Uh,
so.
Wayne was just like, I have to address this. He is questioning my honor. And but Mrs. Fransworth is worried about this getting more of their secret doings getting out into public knowledge. And I'm just like, what are you doing that you don't want the public knowing? You know, this is like the telltale sign of cult-like behavior is when you don't want people knowing what you're doing behind closed doors, right? Right? I'm just saying.
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe, possibly.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. No comment.
Of course. Though it's like we need to get a book that Grumpy hasn't read.
Oops.
Good.
I'll try and make my next one I haven't read. Sorry.
I'm sorry. It's just like I
I,
know you're trying so hard not to spoil.
I'm painting and I'm like each brushstroke I'm like, oh, they're on the track. They might get it. Did they see it?
But yes.
like I'm definitely. It's like I'm definitely enjoying your picks. It's like
Oh, thank you.
we just wish that you could join us more in the discussion and the theorizing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
well.
we enjoy your picks greatly. It's just we would like to discuss them with you.
I can at least discuss the basic character stuff.
There's that. But yeah, it's like it turns out this Wayne guy is actually the founder of this local temple of the Golden Dawn, and yeah, Mrs. Friendsworth is making herself a lot more suspicious as time goes on. But we also, at this event, we are introduced to the peacock feathers, which combined
Yes.
with the scarab pendants that both Mrs. Friendsworth and Aunt Sabrina are wear on occasion, combined with the murder victim's gold scarab ring, we also have the symbol of the peacock feather, which apparently the peacock is a symbol of immortality, and its feathered eyes are like a symbol of seeking spiritual enlightenment or something along those lines. So that is like their temple's quote unquote mascot. So all the guys are wearing blue feathers in their lapels, and they look very familiar to a broken one that she found.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like if they didn't. I lost my train of thought.
Train goes rolling, 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 rolling.
and left me at the
Rolling,
train
rolling,
stop.
rolling, 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 keep rolling, 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 roll. You did this to me. You
I
did
know.
this to me.
I know.
You know I have musical Tourette's. You did this to me.
I did not mean it in that way.
I'm just gonna roll back to my hole now. Bye bye.
Bye
Rolling
bye.
back to where the back.
But yeah, Dr. Wayne Westcott is the leader, and Mrs. Fransworth seems to be a little bit higher up than what I originally thought. I thought she was just like a generalized hostess for these things, but if she's like is she like an actual like quote unquote partner to Mr. Westcott? Because they seem to be a little more well acquainted than say other people.
I
Or
believe so.
okay, or I was like I'm getting that vibe. I might be seeing things that aren't there or implying things that aren't there to meant to be implied. I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
I do like how when Kate is observing Miss what's her name again? Prescott?
Yeah,
Fransworth,
Oh,
the
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 Ainsworth.
lady.
Fransworth. Yeah. I do like how when Kate is observing Fransworth's mannerisms, it's like she can tell that she's hiding a lot, and it just goes into detail like and at the surface she's very calm, but she can see hints of like underlying emotion from it, and it's like going I do like going into those little details in it.
Yeah, she seems a lot more anxious than what she's letting on, I think. Because, like, I feel like even though Wayne is quote unquote the founder of this temple, I think she's more the one who's pulling all the strings.
She's the power behind the throne.
Kind of, yeah. And, like, it's kind of implied that, like, with her house, like, she likes things extravagant, but she doesn't have the money for the upkeep of it.
Mm.
Because they mentioned that like her Persian rug is very ornate and very grand, but it's also a bit worn, quote unquote. So I'm just like, is she like in this for like a way to funnel funds from people like Aunt Sabrina, who is well off but bored out of her mind and therefore looking for things that excite the senses? Or, I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Quite possibly.
Quite possibly. I would not be surprised if there is if there is like a financial aspect behind this entire um situation going on. But anyway, we go back to Charles, who is continuing his investigation and continuing to do the police's job because the police apparently aren't doing what he thinks they should be doing. Which, true, they aren't, but that's also eh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, the part of town that he's going to investigate isn't exactly welcoming to newcomers or
I, th-
unfamiliar faces.
I don't think it's actually that. I think because Charles shows up and he doesn't look like someone of his status. Like he's technically higher up on the thing, but like the first house he stops at, the maid tries to send him to the back door, and in this time period, only like guests of a certain ranking are admitted through the front door of the house. Like deliveries and people who are like trying to get of a lower social ranking, they go to the back entrance.
Yeah, she says tradesman's entrance is round back, and then tradesman, that's could be a farmer selling produce. It can be a washerwoman, delivering laundry, all that kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And so she basically took him to be almost like a servant because of his clothes.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to be a lot of if like someone of the serving status, like a maid, a butler, or someone is going to be like, if they don't peg you for someone of higher status, they're going to send you to the back. Because, again, you're not important enough to come through the front door. Hence why the second guy, the butler at the second house, actually just, like, basically stabbed his foot with a cane to get his foot out of the doorway. In the most polite way possible.
Don't mess with those butlers.
Oh my gosh, do
No.
not mess with the butlers. The butlers will, with the most straight face, basically tell you to go F yourself.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. It's like they have like, they know how to disrespect you in the most polite way possible.
I want to say passive aggressive.
Oh yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to think of a good word for it too.
Indifference, I don't know. It's like they can anyway. But he has a little bit of success, I guess, at the fourth house, where he actually runs into the man of the house who's basically getting kicked out of the house because he has to go walk the dog because it's giving his wife the worst of headaches. The poor woman.
Indeed.
Yeah. But apparently the guy left his peacock feathers in his hat brim, and he put the hat on, and Charles clocked that bright blue feather real quick.
Especially that broken one that looks like it could very well fit the other broken one that they found earlier in the runner.
Was there a broken feather? I just thought you saw the feathers.
One was
I
broken.
One was broken
yeah.
with this? Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what was... Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just find it funny.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was skimming to see. I was like, oh, yep, I missed that. My apologies.
And I just find it hilarious how the guy was like, he took the feathers, shoved it in his pocket, was like, I didn't have no feathers, and just keeps on walking off. It's like, okay, that was, oh, that was funny.
Is it just like the time period, or is it just like something with this guy where he's just like, deny, deny, deny until it's what you believe is true?
I mean, it works in Congress.
True say. But yeah.
Apparently it's been a very effective tactic for centuries.
It works. If it works, it works. Don't believe your lying eyes. It's not a new concept.
No.
But yeah, poor Charles doesn't really get very far in trying to figure out on let's see, on Queen Street, which is where the murder victim
Was
said he was
last
going
known to be
to.
going to, yeah.
Yeah.
But he does get soaked through because he decides to do this on a rainy day, and he takes a horse to go do it.
Mm.
But yeah,
That he does.
it's like by the time he gets back to Marston's manor, there's quite a commotion going on in the yard, and we
Yeah,
get
this is a fun
introduced
chapter.
to we get introduced to a new character, a Thomas Milbank, who has one of those fancy smancy motor cars.
Which I looked up that name and what it looks like, and it literally looks like a carriage with an engine slapped inside of it.
Oh, I think I. It's like 1 second.
At least you have to look up the proper year, so I looked at like 1895 because I think that's what we agreed about ish the time period of this book takes place, and they're basically carriages with engines inside of them.
A pen hard. Lesser. They're so funny looking.
Isn't
but
it? But it's kind of cute though.
It is kind of cute. It's like a straight up horseless carriage.
Literally, yeah.
Oh, and I found
Yep.
one with a parasol top. It's so cute.
Yep.
It's kind of adorable.
Honestly, if it was updated with today's schematics, I would drive that.
Oh, I found a picture of a four-seater. I found a picture of a four-seater, and it looks like a cart, like a golf cart.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine trying to control that thing.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, because like if you look at like the steering thing, it's like where's the wheel on this thing? It's like a handlebar.
Yeah, it's a handlebar basically.
Oh, I can see
I
why
can-
Charles was just like, yeah, that thing can't turn for shit.
I can also understand why the government were like, yeah, you can't go faster than like 7 miles per hour. Because I was like, because imagine driving
thought-
that on cart-ridden, like cart-scarred country roads.
Oh yeah.
I thought
It's
it was I thought it was like 2 to 4 miles an hour.
2 in the city,
Oh.
4 in the country.
Okay, with
And you
with-
had to
with
have
someone-
like a designated like hazard person walking in front of you. Kind of like today where we have like cars that are like oversized loads.
Or heck,
Yeah,
even at my work where it's like you have to have a spotter to drive a forklift.
Yep. But yeah, it's like I can see why people like look at this little thing. It's like I'm having too much fun. It's like
Although, when I see cars like these, I always imagine, like, what if there was a portal and I took my Mazda back to this time period and just be like, hey, look, this is what this turns into eventually.
they would
Right?
lose their ever loving shit because they're like fascinated that this thing can hit 14 miles an hour.
Oh, if you thought 14 miles an hour was impressive, try 140.
We
Oh, they
won't do
probably
that
couldn't even-
because the roads are not safe. Let's just do a nice 20.
Oh, but it's like they probably couldn't even fathom what 140 miles an hour looked like.
Oh, imagine if you took a Lamborghini back with you,
Oh gosh.
going
Well, like-
200 miles an hour.
I don't know if this was just like a movie plot for the different movie I watched one time, or if this was actually a scientific thing. I think there's actually during like when cars were getting faster and faster, there's actually a discussion of just like could the human body handle going that fast, and I think it was like 50 miles an hour. And yes, it can, but they didn't know that.
I mean, can't an athlete like run? Hold on, couldn't a human athlete? What's the top speed for?
I want to say in the 20s.
People were historically and currently been worried about exceeding speeds of 50 miles per hour, primarily due to safety concerns and the significant increase in the risk and severity of accidents, especially those involving pedestrians. I think this might be wrong, but like, yeah. Early motoring. In the early days of motoring, cars were slow and high speeds were a novelty, but as speeds increased, so did safety concerns. Oh, here we go. People were generally worried and theorized humans couldn't handle speeds, 50 miles per hour, or even 30 miles per hour, when trains and early cars emerged, fearing psychological damage or physiological damage, including lung collapse, damaged eyesight, or even death from the sheer force. Some doctors were warned against exceeding these speeds, an idea echoed in Victorian literature. Today, we know the body can handle much more through controlled acceleration, g-forces, but early beliefs focused on continuous jarring and air resistance, not g-forces as we understand them today. But yeah, it's like people were like, "Oh my gosh, you can go 10 plus miles an hour in this thing? How are you alive?"
Imagine going back in time and be like, just to let you know, we can go 200 miles an hour in the air.
Oh yeah,
You think
they
that'd
would
be
lose.
crazy? Put them on a roller coaster.
Oh yeah, they would lose their shit.
Literally, it'd be right there on the track.
I'm glad I wore my brown skirt today.
But
But
yeah,
yes, a vehicle like that is in the driveway.
it is in the driveway, and the lord of the house is not pleased.
Is it
Not
startling
at all.
horses?
I smite thee!
Startling the horses and
Fouling the air.
mucking up. Yeah,
Fouling the
up
air
the air.
and no work is getting done because everyone's gawking at it.
True.
Just get the knight to smite them. They'll be fine. I hear that fucking wheezing in the background. just a knight just cruising up his his new mechanical machine. Just like, fellow Chan. Just like, oh hello, I smite thee. He catches up to the horseman. Oh, you call the carriage? Look at this new thing. I'm cruising.
Metal horse.
Look at my mechanical horse. It's so wonderful, isn't it? This doesn't even look like a horse. It looks like a flatbed with a chair and 4 wheels. Yes.
Oh, good grief.
Remember one of those Breaking Bad stop motion features?
Yes, it did.
I thought it looked familiar.
Now, if you excuse me, lad, I need to go smite my foes now. Ta-ta! Runs out of gas. Fuck! Oh, the holy grail. Oh, my lords and my leaderships are not going to be pleased about this.
Oh,
Fucking
good grief.
innovation right here.
Good grief.
Hold on, let me just wind it up a little bit. Let me see if that works. Maybe if I give her a good old kick in the back. Like a good slap on the rear, maybe she'll go. Nope.
Good grief.
Funny, back into my hole.
It's like, I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention concerning this little side note with Bradford and Milbank. They're talking about this third person that I think Bradford might have gotten into a dealing with. I'm not exactly sure.
I think he's like an inventor trying to. I imagine, at least in this instance, the popular fad is the car.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to come up with new vehicles and has a reputation for not doing a good job of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so poor Bradford's kind of been starstruck with with the potential money he could make.
And not
But
really
I don't.
doing well.
Yeah, let me see. What is this gentleman's name? Let's see.
Bruce Willis?
Um,
Huh? Huh? Nobody? Nobody? Oh, fuck you.
that's 27. No wonder. Okay. Um,
Landers.
Harry Landers. Let me see. 18.
It's like Charles actually calls him a charlatan.
Let me put in England then.
You're saying that this is an actual person or a character?
Yeah, I think it might be a character. Just somebody written.
Yeah. It's like, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes because actual real life people were included in this versus just inserts.
Yeah, I think this is a a story made character. Just
Yeah.
an adventure trying to strike it, with the new technological advancement in society, or at least about to the vehicle and not having a good time of it.
Yeah, he's the one that Bradford, I think, was asking Charles about his opinion on motor vehicles because I think Bradford paid into this guy's patences
Yeah.
in hopes of turning bank. And
Yes.
Charles
Which
is
was
not too impressed by this guy. Although he seems
The
to be okay with
board.
Thomas. Enough so that he's trying to be like, okay, Patsy, do you like this guy? Like, do you want to go after him and leave me alone? Can you let your mother know,
Yeah.
please? Anyway, so like, Charles is just like, can this Thomas guy actually be like get Pansy's attention so I can be left alone while for the rest of my what was it month-long visit?
Yeah, I know. Or yeah, a couple month at least.
Yeah, because I cannot imagine how awkward it is when like you're the woman who is like hosting you for an extended stay. It's just like, so what do you think of my daughter, my barely legal daughter?
It's a little,
Annoying,
which is probably why
disconcerting, uncomfy.
yeah, which is probably why he's like, oh, Kate, you, let me go talk to you.
Yeah, and also on top of that, he's hardly ever at the house.
Mm-hmm.
He's always at the dig site. I'm just like, I am going to be out of this house as long as possible.
Can't blame the man.
Yeah, but he's also, hello, Kate.
I loved it when
But
he was like, I loved it when he was just like, okay, we're walking alongside each other, and all of a sudden, I just love it when he's like, when she's like, oh, so you brought the photos for me to look at? And he just clenches them, like, wait a second, like startled child. Like,
I
Charles,
need
it's
to
just
draw.
Kate.
I need to draw fan art of that interaction because I think that would be very cute.
It sounds adorable. You should. You should.
I should. I should.
You shall.
I shall. I actually shall. I probably shall. I have time to. I probably should have time to do that, or at least a quick sketch. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, but yeah, it's like so. Kate finally gets to see pictures of the dead guy, And she notices the scarab ring, and she's making connections very quickly. Because this is the first time she's actually seen it. And she's like, oh, that is very much like my aunt's pendant. And we're also discussing, because, like, Charles also mentions the blue feathers and on two people he saw earlier that day. And Kate also saw the blue feathers at the party the other night. So she's making connections of just like, And Mrs. Fransworth also was mentioned earlier when Thomas and Bradford were around and having discussion. And Kate just slides into Charles' conversation, be like, hey, I think you need to go and have a talk with this lady. Like, yes, yes, I do mean the actress. Yes, I do think you need to talk with her. And then she just, like, goes off with her friends. Does not give him any more, to work with. Be like, okay, dude, go talk with this lady. I'm not going to explain anything more. But boom.
I mean, she kind of can't, really.
Kind of can't, because if she says too much, it'll get back to her aunt, and she doesn't want the nice aunt mad at her.
Well, that, and also there's like, she's learned of something going on that's not completely savory, and there's a dead man as well that's connected with it. So it's like, if I was Kate, I would be like, I want to keep a somewhat of a safe distance from this, because somebody turned up dead.
Yeah, I don't want to gain back to me, and then I'm the next one who ends up in a ditch at a dig site.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But
Something I did find interesting. Jaggers wasn't mentioned once in this entire reading section.
Well, we haven't been at the house as of recent.
Very true, and also, anytime we don't have to deal with Jaggers, I am perfectly happy.
Same here. It's just that I just thought it was kind of jarring that like the first 20 chapters, the first 19 chapters, like we were getting a lot around the house, and then this next section is like absolutely nothing. But
well,
I just thought it was
just think of it as a nice break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I think we're trying to get into, like, the main plot of the murder investigation, so a lot of it's going to be going from set piece to set piece, and we're not going to be doing much in the house. I think because this is the first book in a very long-running series, just let me know, Grumpy, if I'm correct in this aspect, but does the following books, does Kate still reside at Bishop's Keep for most of them? That
yes,
you know
she does.
of. Okay, so
yes, she does.
These, like, I would think, like, the first, because we're about halfway through the book at this point, I think the first half is setting up the series-long location. So we're getting little tidbits of characters we're probably going to be seeing quite a bit of for at least a few more books. And now we're getting into the actual plot of this particular book halfway through. So I can understand that.
Yeah, because obviously Kate and Charles are the primary characters, and so there's a lot of being spent on just developing them.
Yes, this was a very heavy Kate and Charles section, which I'm perfectly fine with.
Same here.
It's like,
more of this adorable couple, please.
Please, yes, thank you. Less Jagger that we have to deal with, the happier I will be, because...
Yeah.
Okay, but unless someone else has any comments, questions, or concerns, I think that would be the conclusion of what we have to discuss for this week. For the next week's reading, how about we're at the start of chapter 27. If we keep up our roughly 40 pages, that will get us to about through chapter 34, stopping at the beginning of chapter 35. Are we agreeable to this?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'll just be caught up by you guys.
Hopefully so. And I apologize, Cruiser. I listened to some of that audiobook that's available on YouTube. That guy needs to understand the concept of a second take.
Oh,
Well,
oh no.
I actually got lucky because there's an audiobook on Spotify.
Oh, good. Cause like
Thank God.
I was listening to the one on YouTube, and I actually had to slow that guy down to like 80% normal speed,
Oof.
and I thought my reading was fast.
And key thing for anyone out there listening, if you're going to listen to an audiobook, make sure you don't do it during a time when you're busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have tried this. Like I thought I could maybe like listen to it while I'm at work, and I realized like no, you're missing plot points here. This is the time for music, not a story.
Yeah, it's like maybe if you're doing like walking on a treadmill or something, not something that needs also brain power.
No joke. That's what I did last night, and that's when it started to sync with me.
Ah, wonderful. And St. Pat, you said you getting into like chapter 12. What do you think so far of what you've read so far?
Okay. Now, please keep in mind, people, that I'm also that I'm a little new to the book format. Like I've read. Don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to make it so that as if once I read a book, I am like digesting everything here. So, but it sounds like this is some sort of a mystery. That
Yes.
like there was a body that was discovered. They're trying to figure out who killed this character, and there was something about like some piece of jewelry on there, like some sort of a scarab ring or something that the body had.
Yeah.
And I'm at the part where they're all kind of meeting up for some soiree in chapter 12, and they're just kind of critiquing the other guests that are there. And
Oh, the dinner.
yeah.
The dinner.
Oh, it's just a dinner. I thought it was a soiree.
You get high enough in society, any dinner turns into a soiree.
Touche. And correct me if I'm wrong. Are they starting to wonder if it's someone that they know that killed this person?
I don't know if they have any particular suspects at that point in time, because we hadn't met many people outside of Charles, his friend Bradford, Bradford's family, Kate, and her aunts. And then Kate's, like the household staff of Kate's aunts. It's
Like basically, this is not giving away much. We just potentially figured out the victim's name,
Yeah.
so there's not much to go on right now.
Yeah, that's a
Like-
very big gift because it's very possible that he gave a fake name.
Quite possibly.
So as of right now, there's no suspects.
Not that we can confirm nor deny, because as we were mentioning, I think like the first quarter to a third of this book is a lot of setup for the series in general. So we're getting like a lot of character introductions that are probably going to be across several books.
Okay, so but every single one of these books focuses on the same murder.
No.
No.
Different murders.
Okay, all right.
But we're setting up the main core of the cast. Like, the two main characters are Charles and Kate. Probably because the only person who has read past book 1 is Grumpy. I'm going to assume at least one, maybe both of Kate's aunts are returning characters. And I would think that Eleanor, who is Bradford's younger sister, who's getting married, might be a recurring character. Because she's getting herself set up to be friends with Kate.
And have they ruled out the possibility that perhaps maybe that this was just some corpse that was exhumed?
No, this was
that had been. It's a fresh kill, basically.
It is definitely a
Yes.
fresh kill.
Yeah.
The guy died like that day. He was stabbed in the heart. This archaeological dig, if you were going to be digging up corpses, they would not be still bloody.
Okay, please keep in mind, it's possible that I misheard that when I first started this thing.
Yeah. Well, like that. Well, when they were talking about when they were first discovering the corpse, it got into the discussion of, oh, what time period is it from? yesterday. Like, today. Like, it's fresh. Like, really fresh, dude.
Okay, so that's a line that slipped my mind. All right.
Oh, no, that's me paraphrasing the crap out of it.
Oh. Appreciate it.
Well, the owner of the digs, or the guy leading the dig site, because it was like an apprentice boy or a young man who was an apprentice who was in charge of that particular spot. And he's like, oh, there's a body. And he thought, oh, skeleton. Oh, what's he wearing? What's around him? What time period? And the guy was like, it's fresh. It's this time period, so.
It's like, we probably should be
Exhumed
calling the
body
police.
has already been. Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay, this sounds like it's going to be a good mystery, or an interesting story. I don't want to say a good mystery yet, because I'm not there yet.
It's like, we're hoping it's a good mystery, seeing that that's kind of the point of this book, at least.
Yeah.
Just thank God I found an audiobook on Spotify.
Yay,
Okay,
audiobooks.
Yeah, because, like you said, that guy was just, like... And also, like, the quality was not good either. Like, it sounded like he was recording with, like, an onboard mic.
It
Well,
wouldn't
I mean-
surprise me.
Well, I mean, the person that I've been listening to, probably the same one. His initials are QR. I don't know how you pronounce it or whatever, but is that the same one as?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, it's like he only has like 161 subscribers, so he's very small. So he very well could have just grabbed a mic and just started reading this. So.
Wouldn't surprise me, but that seems like... Oh, I think he's, like, he also does gaming on his channel, so I don't know. He might be just, like, doing stuff for fun and seeing what sticks.
Probably, and also somebody said in the first chapter was that English isn't his first language, and I think he's from Denmark.
Ah,
So
that might be it.
yeah, I mean, personally, I've been listening to him just fine. Like
It's like, he was going too fast, and I think, like, I don't know if he doesn't have, like, access to substantial editing software, but, like, I don't want to bash the guy too hard if he's just doing this for fun, and this is purely
Yeah, like none of us
funsies.
here are giving him a hard time about it. And
It's
not
like-
to mention, I appreciate him for spreading the story.
Yeah, it's like, it's a good book. It's like, it's just, if you are used to reading, like, professionally done audiobooks, listening to certain levels of quality is just like, you can kind of easily become an audiobook snob, and I can agree to that. Like, some people have trouble with audiobooks in general, because if they don't like the narrator's voice, they will completely dump an audiobook. I've had trouble with audiobooks because they changed the narrator halfway through a series, and it messed with my brain.
That will do it.
yeah, I will admit it's like the narrator does make a world of difference, and I don't know. To me, it's like I haven't had a issue with him. I mean, it's clear that he's just doing this just for fun. Like I mean, heck, it's like I've been like going through his playlist. I don't think he has a single video over 100 views, and this was like over a year ago.
Yeah. But, hey, we're not going to bash some guy for just having fun.
None whatsoever.
Okay. But, any other final comments, questions, or concerns?
None
None that I can
whatsoever.
think of.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, as I mentioned earlier, this next part's reading will be chapters 27 through 34, stopping at the start of 35. And I hope everyone has a wonderful week, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye!
We'll see you guys next year.
Bye, y'all.
Good night.